Hey YouTube universe, thank you for stopping by here at Comic Rhema. I appreciate you guys. This is going to be a video contributing to a thread that Steve Carlson has started. It is called Thank You Vinyl Community. It is in memory of just the gratitude that he has in his heart for the vinyl community after the catastrophe that happened in his hometown last year. In memory of that and the many blessings that he received from the vinyl community, he started this Thank You Vinyl Community thread. This thread where he's asked us to show some records and thank some people in the vinyl community. It's just an amazing thing to do. So I want to go ahead and thank you, Steve, for your friendship. I've enjoyed getting to know you outside of YouTube. At the few times that we've been able to meet. I appreciate you so much. I love your positive outlook on life and your positive attitude. So I've learned a lot from you, just from your example. I want to thank every individual who has clicked on the play button on any of my videos and anyone who has subscribed to this channel. I appreciate you guys. Anyone who's left a comment, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I really enjoy the conversations that we have through the comments section. Next, I'm going to show some records, and I'm really thankful for these people who have been a part of my journey here on YouTube. Thank you so much. There are many others, but these are just a few records that I picked out, and just want to thank each and every one of you guys. I want to start off with thanking Mr. Finglish. Thank you so much for jumping with me on this series that we started together. It's been really cool to listen to albums, different language, from different genres that you have recommended throughout your videos, and it's been really great communicating with you back and forth. So thank you so much, Mr. Finglish. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to start off with this record. A lot of people know this record. I am still in the process of understanding this record. In my opinion, I don't think it's a superb or great album. Maybe I've never heard a great sounding copy of it. But this band is one of Rachel from the Music Man, one of her favorite bands. I only had about one Yes record when I met Rachel, and she mentioned this is one of her favorite bands and some of her videos. So I went and dug deeper into getting to know who Yes was. I know their importance in progressive rock, but I'm still trying to understand their style and their music. So this was inspired by Rachel. So thank you, Rachel. I've enjoyed listening to new music, and especially jumping into this band, Yes. So thank you so much. I'm still in the process of getting to know more of their work and appreciate more of their work. Thank you so much, Rachel, and I really appreciate the friendship that we've had. This next one, this record that I bought, I had listened to some of Alice's music. I was never really moved by it, and Alex at Motoric 24/7 speaks really highly of Alice Coltrane. He's talked about her a few times, shown her records a few times. So this is the only Alice Coltrane record that I own, and I really enjoyed this album. I've listened to some of her other stuff that I could never really get into and dive deep into, but I really enjoyed this one. This one had a little bit, I can see the gospel and church influence that were left behind in her music, and which kind of shined through this album. So I really enjoyed this album. It was a great buy for me. Still processing and discovering her music and enjoying. So thank you, Alex. You're always showing music that I've never seen before, and always pushing me to expand my boundaries in music. So this was an influence from you. This one was BCOT from this year, an explosive BCOT from Eric Weinbender. So thank you, Eric, for sending this record my way. I did not have that. Actually, I only had one Mahler record, and since then I've picked up some other Mahler pieces. You sent me so much stuff. I'm so blessed. I'm still digesting all the stuff that you sent me, but I really appreciate you sending this record my way, my home. Thank you so much for your emails as well that you've sent my way. I appreciate you. So thank you for this one. If you follow my channel, you know that I've mentioned that this year I've been mostly just listening to classical music. So definitely receiving that BCLT was a huge blessing to me. Here is a record that I received as BCLT from no other than the chameleon of the vinyl community. He changes his name maybe like every month. So Sean, thank you so much for this record. I love it. Some of you guys know that I'm a drummer, and he sent me this record with a pack of other great stuff, but this album is phenomenal. Some great drums on here. Look it up so you can get a little bit more info on this record. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. You are another individual who expands my music listening. I really enjoy your snippets that you have, and we try to find out what you are playing. Thank you, Sean. Here is a soundtrack, The Lost Boys. I have never watched this movie before. This was inspired by Beth of B-Side Records. I believe she changed her name now to Red Rum Records, if I remember the name correctly. Red Rum Records. So Beth, thank you. This was inspired by you. Probably the person that I see the most showing soundtracks, and I appreciate you, Beth. Thank you so much. Here is another BCLT that I received from Mike. He was at the channel Jam on Vinyl. I think he stopped making videos. I haven't seen any new videos from him in a long time. Yeah, so Mike is a history teacher, and he sent me this this record. And Mike is really inspired and loves history. So he's also inspired me to buy other records that are historical. And here's the latest one that I've bought. It's called The Fourth Reich, Communazis Exposed, Revolution Today in the USA. These are like excerpts from speeches from these individuals on the back here, so you can see who they are. It's a great pickup. So thank you, Mike. Every time I see a historical record like that, I remember Mike, and I always think about sampling it and then sending it to him, since he's a history teacher. Here is one of my favorite classical music records in my collection. Probably one of my favorite albums from this year. I'm going to be doing a classical music series pretty soon, and it's going to be dedicated to Rob It Sounds Strange. Some of you guys might remember him. He spoke a lot about classical music on his channel. Sadly, his channel is no longer. But Rob had talked about this composer, Boulez, and he spoke really highly of him. So once I heard that video where he spoke really highly of him, I kept my eye on the lookout for any records that I saw by him and try to pick them up as I'm looking for new classical music. So every time I see that composer, I try to pick it up, and I remember Rob, and here's one of the best ones that I was able to find in the last year or so. So if you ever see this in the wild, this is kind of like a compilation of different pieces of modern avant-garde classical music. It's called the New Music Volume 2. I hope to get all the volumes at some point. Beautiful piece, abstract piece on the front cover, and just a simple liner notes in the back. But what a powerful album this is. So thank you, Rob, for your inspiration. This next one is from no other than my brother Tone Scott. Thank you, Tone, for sending this my way. This is we had a conversation about this new Gangstar album that dropped maybe 1 or 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I believe. It was a double album. It was pretty pricey, and Tone had asked me if I had this album. I kept your note here, and I said that I didn't even know they had put out an album. So Tone sent it my way a few months later after we had that conversation, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. I probably have never mentioned this on any of my videos, but throughout high school and my 20s, I listened to hip-hop heavily. So I was influenced through hip-hop and rap as I was growing up, from middle school all the way to my 30s. Now that I'm in my 30s, I've kind of lost a lot of hope in hip-hop. A lot of the stuff that I listen, that have new stuff that has come out, does not really impact me or speak to me in any way. So I really enjoy the pioneers and old school artists. And here is a great addition to my collection. So thank you, Tone, for taking me back to my roots and remember and enjoy hip-hop. Thank you so much. And on that note, I want to thank Darren Bondine as well, who sent me this record as BCOT this year. So thank you, Darren. I appreciate you. Love to see your channel growing. Every time I see one of your videos, you got more and more followers. And thank you so much for the stuff that you sent me. Really have enjoyed it. I appreciate you so much, and every one of you guys. I know there's many of you that I don't thank enough for just striking up a conversation, commenting, like Rob, you always comment on my videos. I really appreciate you. You're really thoughtful when you comment, and yeah, I appreciate you for who you are in the vinyl community. Thank you so much, guys, and individuals as well who are always in contact with me through one social media or another. Thank you so much. So thank you so much again, Steve, for having this thread. I appreciate you. God bless everyone who's watching this video. Be in peace with yourself. Be in peace with everyone around you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.